Good morning, children, and welcome to the lesson number 4 again. In the last video, we have read that all the minstrels have finally reached the court and they have been feasted very well in the great hall before they meet the king in the royal court. So, children, you can see the beautiful picture. The king and queen are sitting on their throne. Again, we will be continuing the chapter on page number 33. So, all of you read along with me. The king and the queen sat on their throne together. The king thought of the queen and the minstrels, but the queen thought of her old home and of the butterflies she had chased when she was a child. Now, children, see the lines. The king and queen are sitting on their throne, as you can see in the picture also. The king was thinking about the queen and the minstrels, that how they will be performing or whether his queen will be happy or not. But the queen was thinking something else. She was thinking of her old home and of the butterflies she used to chase. Children, chase means to follow. The butterflies she used to follow when she was a little child. So she was lost in her own childhood dreams. Now what happened? One by one the minstrels played before them. The oldest minstrel sang of battles and drums, just as he had said he would. And the youngest minstrel sang of ladies and their faces, which pleased the court ladies very much. Now all of them performed one by one, and as the old minstrel said that he will perform about the battles and drums, he did the same. And the youngest minstrel said that he would be singing of the ladies and their fair faces, which pleased the court ladies very much. All the ladies who were present in the court, they were very much pleased by the youngest minstrel. Now, moving to the next page. Then came Harmonius, and when he touched his harp, children, first of all you see the difficult words on this page. The very first word is harp. Children, you need to write down their meanings in the books also. Harp means a musical instrument. The next word is roaring. Roaring is a loud cry, usually of a wild animal. The next one is creaking. Creaking is a sound produced when something is being moved. So creaking is a sound. The next one is dripping. Dripping is falling of water in the form of drops. So children, all these three words, roaring, creaking and dripping, they are sound words. The next one is pebbles. You all might know pebbles are stones. Now coming again to the stanza. Then came Harmonius, and when he touched his harp and sang, the song sounded like the wind blowing, the sea roaring, and the trees creaking. Then it grew very soft. It sounded like a trickling brook dripping on stones and running over little pebbles. And while the king and the queen and all the court listened in surprise, Harmonius song grew sweeter, sweeter, sweeter. It was as if you heard all the birds in spring. And then the song was ended. Now, what happened here? After all the minstrels had performed, it was the turn of Harmonious. As he touched his harp and started singing, the song which he was singing, it sounded like the wind is blowing. The sea is making a loud cry and the trees are creaking. Then the song grew very soft and it seemed like a trickling brook, a moving brook that is falling on the stones in the form of drops. Drops when used to fall very slow. So, in the same way, the song of the harmonist turned very soft, just like as the drops are falling over the pebbles. And running over the little pebbles. When the water runs over the pebbles, it is very soft. And while the king and the queen and all the court listened in surprise, everybody was mesmerized by his song. They were lost in his song. What happened? His song started growing sweeter, sweeter, and sweeter. It spellbound everyone present in the court. It was as if you heard all the birds in spring. The song sounded like as if you are hearing the birds singing in the spring season. It was so beautiful, it was so melodious. And then the song was ended. Now, what happened? The queen clapped her hands, and the ladies waved their handkerchiefs. And the king came down from his throne to ask Harmonious if he came from fairyland with such a wonderful song. But Harmonious answered. Now, after listening to the beautiful song, everybody was very happy. The queen clapped her hands, the ladies waved their handkerchiefs, they were showing their happiness. And it made king to came down from his throne and he asked Harmonious, have you come from a fairyland that you sang so beautifully that you produced an atmosphere that we are sitting in a fairyland with such a wonderful song? But Harmonious replied, what he says, three singers sang along our way and I learned the song from them today. So now he opens the secret of his song that when we were on our way to your court, three singers sang along our way. There were three singers who kept singing along our way. They were also on the way with us and they were singing songs. And I learned the song from them today. And today I have learned this beautiful song from those singers. Now, all other minstrels looked up in surprise when Harmonious said this, and the oldest minstrel said to the king, Harmonious is dreaming. We heard no music on our way today. Now, everybody was surprised with this answer because they had not heard any such kind of music on their way. They were all together. So, the oldest minstrel said, the mighty king Harmonious might be dreaming. We had heard no music on our way today. He might be lost in dreams. That is why he is speaking so. And the youngest minstrel said, Harmonious is surely mad. We met nobody on our way today. And the young